coming into a pre-test where the unit hasn't been taught to them. So that's, to go from 13 to 17 is pretty darn good because that's not that far off from where he started, but at the same time he was already higher than we expected kids to be coming into a pre-test. And then he took that same information. I do give a different test for the grade because they've already seen the other one and it's multiple choice. So this one's harder and he did just as well. So he is really solid in his ability to do math problems.
I have a question. What were these for?
Oh, you had 3 points out of 3 points.
Oh.
So I was just breaking it down so I can keep track of your points.
Okay.
So this is for, you had 1.5 out of 4. So factors is where he still could use the most work. He was coming up with the factors. So guess what that connects to?
Division.
And your multiplication problems, both. So your facts. So if you wanted to work on that as a goal, because you're going to set some goals, you could do MobiMax. Is a program that is paid for by the district. I don't know if you had it at Lindale.
I remember MobiMax.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has all sorts of modules, and one of them is the fact fluency section, and it times them for 5 minutes. So it's really brief practice, which is what I like.
Okay.
And so that would be one way to practice. There are many ways you could practice your math facts, right? Including you could even print these out if you wanted. But I think definitely that played a little bit into there.
Yeah,
but
like
really
that.
It's still not hugely impactful.
Pinpoint where the areas of focus can be.
And the unit test, it'll be hard to get a lot of growth considering that he is starting already at 17 out of 20 points on the pre-test for his decimal work. However, I am asking him to push himself now. So he's doing one problem from each category. So it's broken down into sections, so there might be 3 different types of problems to try. I'll have him do one from each, show me, and then I'm assigning him some 6th grade work for my Excel to do some computerized practice, but it's a little bit harder.
Okay.
Probably the only thing that I'm noticing as a concern is it's probably not a surprise, writing.
Yeah.
And specifically conventions. So spelling is really
Hi,
hard for
Logan's
him.
space.
And so I think that would be the one thing that I would love to work on with him this year.
Yeah.
And I think, at least, actually I know, he's really capable of doing something he puts his mind to. I don't care what it is. So what I'm going to ask is that he has a little bit of accountability to some common words. So I'm going to give him a list of the commonly misspelled words and ask that he go and check his writing for those before he submits them.
Okay.
Words like used, them. So things like that. Things like recognition, I'm not going to ask him to go back and double check and look for, but those common words, I want him to get really familiar with them, and doing that back and forth check and correcting them on his own will help him with memorization. Because a lot of those are memorization, and so are math facts. So I do see that as something I'm watching. He did a writing, sorry, I end up with like 10 piles by the time I'm done with my night. He did a writing piece, and I kept the one before we sent it for the contest. And even words like them are misspelled, so some pretty common.
The E misses.
Yeah, one is on my table. Hang on. I just did it today with him again. We've conferenced now 2 or 3 times on his. Oh, yes, it is. 2 or 3 times in his writing. And so this is kind of, and this is actually probably better than what I see when he's handwriting, and I think he's probably using some of his spell check tools.
Yeah.
Which is good. I want you to rely on those. I do, because that's what you're going to rely on.
Let's see, look at me.
Ellie, I'm trying to read something and you're laughing and I can't concentrate.
Okay. Hi, Mom.
So you can see he has great ideas.
Yeah.
Really, he has some great ideas in there. It's just, it's all one paragraph, so it's hard to find where his ideas start and stop. So we put them in paragraphs today. We organized them together, the two of us today. And the spelling takes away from the meaning, so it's really hard. Usually where we don't have to worry about it as much as if there's an occasional spelling error and we can still understand the meaning. But some of his spelling takes away from that, so I really want to work with him on that.
Yes.
So if I have your support.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, that's, it's, yeah.
So it'll be hard work, Logan, right? And it might slow down some of your writing because at the end, after you get your ideas out and you've organized them into paragraphs, I'm going to have you going back and looking for some of those misspelled words and seeing if they're on that list. And I'm going to start the list small at first. I'm going to take these words that he misspelled, the more common ones like them, now, no, and we're going to put them on a list. And you're going to start with that. And then as I see you misspelling words, I might add to that. And then if you're mastering it, I might just give you a bigger list, which has like 50 on there. But I want to start small, and then we'll work your way up. Okay?
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm asking some teachers for some other help because this is pretty significant compared to what we usually see in 5th grade. So I'm asking for different ideas.
Yeah.
And if he's open to doing a little bit of extra practice on that, then I would love to see if we can get some of the common words at least.
I
And
think
spell check will be your friend, and that's okay. That's a tool. Why not use
Except
it?
for the ones that it can't spell.
yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
think that's
that's-
because they're off. Like they're far enough off that it's not able to predict.
Sometimes it's way off. They don't predict other words.
Yeah.
That's something
Yeah.
to look
No,
at.
spelling has definitely been one of those things that we've challenged since kindergarten.
Okay.
So
So did anybody
it's-
have ideas in terms of?
You guys seem to be doing things. It
A
feels
totally
like a
different
lot
way.
Of it, lot
Totally
different.
different.
And actually, I like it a lot more.
Okay.
How you guys are doing it.
Because it was a lot of
Mom,
practice,
say cheese and goodbye.
words.
Oh, spelling lists don't
Yeah.
transfer to writing.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
proven
thing.
for
It's
years.
like they
I know my son passes it too.
spelling tests were the most irritating thing.
No,
Yeah,
we're gonna do
that-
it within his writing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that sounds great. 'Cause, yeah, like when he was younger in spelling tests, it's 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10, and
There was
even
like,
if we practiced,
every once in a while, I
practice-
would get 10 out of 10. But that's
Yeah.
Yeah, he did every
Yeah,
once in a while.
like-
He got a good spelling test.
but it's always been a struggle.
But it still didn't transfer. Those words didn't end up showing up correctly spelled in here, right?
That's why when
That's
I
what
read,
concerns
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
that's when I read something, I'm just like, I thought you knew how to spell that word. I'll look at things and I'll be like, you know how to spell that word, and sometimes you'll look at it a little closer and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I mean for
And
a
his
while.
handwritten stuff is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen that too.
Yes.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? We have to know where our weaknesses are and what we need to work on.
Well, you
Yeah.
guys have your little thing out there, and
Yeah.
his one thing he wants to work on is spelling.
Spelling.
So,
Yeah, he knows.
we know, and we'll support you in whatever you guys.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask around. Yeah.
Cause that, yeah.
But I'm gonna ask some friends too who might be smarter than I am in this area. Okay. Because I think I might need like a special education lens to look through at this, and I've already talked with Ms. Schultz next door, and I had her do a reading assessment on him because I wasn't sure, what it was impacting.
Yeah.
And it's definitely dropped down some of his fluency, his ability to read harder words. But he has a wicked vocabulary. I mean, he is smart. He knows words, but he's not recognizing them because he doesn't know the spelling of them. So his comprehension, his ability to comprehend what he's reading right now was either at or above. He was right where he needed to be. So coming in, he tested right at 5th grade level. He was 78% on his comprehension assessment. But when you talk with him, his vocabulary and the way he presents things is higher than most kids that you work with. And so I think he has the potential, and what he's showing us, there's a discrepancy between the two, and I wonder how much of that is his ability to recognize the written print and be able to write the written.
Yeah,
Right.
we had years ago, gosh, maybe we did him tested for dyslexia or like some sort of like whatever. And then we even mentioned teacher, and it wasn't really ever fully considered. And then
I think
we
this
kind of
is
did the test was like $1,000, or I had done something. I didn't know.
You're right to ask for testing, the schools have to is free of charge.
Whoa.
Can we do it?
You just have to ask the counselor.
Yeah.
Bell.
I was at a special ed, so.
down.